The Old Testament God is a malignant narcissist. There's no question about it from point of view of clinical psychology. He's entitled, he's vindictive, he's disempathic, he is defiant, he's malevolent on many occasions, and he's grandiose. He demands to be worshipped, and he penalizes to death, lethally and mortally, if you fail to worship him. It's a malignant narcissist bordering on an extreme psychopath. God the Father is absent in the New Testament, but his alleged son, self-proclaimed son, is all the above, and like most other self-styled prophets of religion, is also psychotic. I've made a video about it, psychotic grandiosity. So I encourage you to watch it. So we have two points of view, two variants, two aspects of God. One of them in the Old Testament is a purebred classic case of malignant narcissism bordering on psychopathy, reactance, defiance, grandiosity, vindictiveness, entitlement, and lack of empathy. And then we have his son, self-proclaimed, mind you, Jewish carpenter who decided that he is the son of God. And so we have this person who is all the above and also clearly suffers from extreme delusional disorders and psychotic disorders. He's a very sick man. And so we have the creators, the entities who made all this happen are mentally ill. It seems that mental illness is a precondition and the fount of creativity and creation. We are the figments of mentally ill minds, unusual minds, they're not human minds. We can't perhaps even grasp these minds, but mind is a kind of metaphor. Whatever these minds or mind-like or whatever are, they're mentally ill, and if they had created us in their own image, we are mentally ill by definition. Mental illness, therefore, is not an aberration. It's the normal state. It's the baseline. And we spend our lives struggling against our innate mental illness. Evil is an attribute of God. Satan is God in the same way that Dr. Jekyll is Mr. Hyde. Satan is an aspect of God, a dimension of God, an attribute of God. Evil is a trait of God. It's like God has multiple personality, several self-states, very much like a borderline. God has borderline personality disorder. The Gnostics realized this, and they suggested two gods, the demiurge, which was essentially a malevolent entity responsible for creation, and the monotheistic God we're used to. If God is everywhere, and if it includes everything, then evil must also be a part of it, as Spinoza alluded, Benedict Spinoza. So what are the scriptures? The scriptures are chronicles of God's struggles with his own imperfections and character flaws, with his evil side, via the agency of the flawed creation. So God is in a constant struggle, inner struggle. He realizes that he's imperfect, that he's flawed, and very often malicious, evil, and he's fighting this. And he's fighting this via his creation. He actually made creation as an aid, as a tool, as an instrument to fight his evil side, by granting us the ability to tell right from wrong. Actually not granting, we took it from the tree of knowledge. But okay, by endowing us with the ability, with the potential to tell right from wrong, and then with the choice, with the free will, he actually made us the agents of his inner struggle with evil. He gave us the tools to help him to win this war against evil. Humans are products of God's own dissociation, carriers of his broken memories, repositories of his dissociative states. They are figments of his mental illness, and they, only they, can act against evil as his agents. This is why God endowed humans with intelligence, sentience, consciousness. The task of humans is to help God to heal by reintegrating themselves with Him, by bringing God back to full awareness and enlightenment, by embracing their own nothingness. People need to embrace their own nothingness, because if you are something, you are outside God. God includes everything. To become a part, you must become a nothing. To become a part of God, to heal God, you must mend the vessels, as the Kabbalah puts it. You must disappear in order to reappear as God. It's not that God is inside you. It's that you are inside God. The relationship is reciprocal. And in many respects, it's true that you are God. Your mental illness is God's mental illness. You heal a little, God heals a little. It's not that you have to heal so that you can walk with God. It's that God has to heal so that He can walk with you. And when He walks with you, that is redemption. That is enlightenment. That is healing.